Well, this is boat life.
We are a retired couple who sold everything and bought a boat, with the intention of living the dream in our later years.
Winter living. We're in storm Pia. Wind gusts are quite up to 50-60 mile an hour at the moment. Not a good morning. We had this all night. It's not little Ava off the back. I think it might have broke one of the mounting bars. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on that. I can't do anything at the moment. It's way too windy. Yeah. Just got to concentrate on where the gusts are. And so yeah, the winds move little Ava. I think she's okay. Everything's okay. I think he's just twisted it across, but we'll have to wait till all this wind's died down and everything before can get to do anything on the back. Thanks for watching us this year and building our subscriber base. That's been fantastic. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There won't be any videos between now and the New Year, sometime in January when the next one comes out. Work's continuing on Baru and little bits of jobs going on Ava Grace. But we are looking forward to actually getting out and sailing Baru at some stage. Today's job is to make a drawer. So I want to get that. Whether I'll get it installed today, I'm not sure, but we'll get as much of this done as we can. So this morning we've been down to our local B&Q to get some gear and to buy some materials to make the drawer. And with the magic of video, just like that, we've actually cheated. I'll be honest. This is a self-adjusting drawer insert, which actually slides out to about the right size. It saves me a lot of work. So that is just at its fullest extent, just narrower than the actual drawer frontage. So what I can do is centre that drawer frontage on and fit that on there, and then I've got a drawer. We've bought some slider mechanisms, so I just need to fit them to the sides so I can get the overall width correct, so that will slide inside the gap. Okay, so I've pilot drilled 4 holes. We'll just get these rails set first. There's an interesting smell from them. It was, I think, because it's bamboo, is this. So it was quite an interesting smell when I was drilling. So what I'm doing is using the frontage that we're going to put on, just to set that so we're about, so that is narrower than this. This goes in through that slot, and then what we can do is build out in here to take the drawer slides. And so I've just put pencil marks where I need it to be. Then this will be fitted at a later date. And so there we go, one drawer, and that will go into there once I work out exactly how I'm going to do the runners. What we'll also have to do is work out a way of making sure it doesn't slide out as well. Okay, well, hi. Been working on the drawer. This has been a bit taxing. What I've had to make is a cassette. Waha! So I've made a cassette which that slots in underneath there. To get that in and out is a bit of a faff. So let's see if the drawer fits. So if you remember, there's the drawer. That's the actual insert, and so this has to go in into the runners and in. Oh, so we've got a complete cassette there that then goes in onto battens in there. What I've had to do is, in order to get the fridge in and out, I've also had to cut a hole in the top of that to allow me to get to the fridge. So next task is I just need to sand all the rough edges off, and then I can fit that. And here we go with putting the drawer in. It's in. Whoa! So next I have to faff about putting the fridge in. Fridge is in, that's locked down and held back. Drawer's in, drawer works, comes out to a dead stop. So even if it does come out when we're heeled over, that's as far as it will come. It goes back in solid, and it takes a little bit of a pull just to move it. Might just have to work a locking mechanism out for that, but we'll see what happens when we're heeled over. Now, when we first viewed Baru, and we bought Baru without survey, so it was all our risk. We noticed these sole plates were not really very well fastened down. They rocked about a bit. There was play. They bounced. We lifted the ones that we could, and we saw that the framework was not in brilliant condition. Now I thought, has this been damaged at some point? Didn't really look too deep into it because we couldn't take out that middle piece because that was actually screwed down and that supported the table. When we take this up, it's been damaged. Been damaged there. Now I've taken a little bit off that already. It's not level up there, and when I've put levels across, we found that there was areas that it was down. But what's happened is they've actually cut the framework, presumably to take this tank out, and they've not put it back right for some reason. So I'm going to do a little bit of work. First of all, that far piece over there, I'm going to just trim that off to get that level and smoothed out, and then we'll start leveling this up, and I have a way of doing that. So we'll start just by taking a bit of a trim, and it's actually, I thought it was broken, it isn't. That's bearing my weight. This bears onto this tank, so that's that. That's fine. It's all strong and in good condition. It's just not being reset right. There we go, as quick as that. Just to take that piece out of there, that brings this in line. And then to bring the areas up where it's they're just slightly out of alignment, I'm going to put some neoprene down and we'll screw this in. So I just need to punch some holes into this once I've got that settled. Right. So with that plate on there, that is now level with the rest of the floor. Put the centrepiece on. That doesn't rock anymore, and especially when it's screwed down, that'll be fine. That piece is good. And so's that. So I was envisaging when we bought the boat that I would have had to cut all of the frameworks out and remake a complete frame. But in fact, I've just done it by trimming and using some neoprene, and that'll help cushion the floor a little bit. And so all I've got to do now is fasten that neoprene in place, and I'll do that by punching some holes through and just put some screws through. Something simple.